Did you know that over 60% of entrepreneurs report feeling lonely on their journey? That's a staggering number. It reminds us that behind the success stories, there's often a silent struggle with isolation. We set out with big dreams, but the path can feel long and lonely. But here's the truth: you are not alone. Feeling isolated is a common human experience, especially when we're stretching ourselves and stepping outside our comfort zones. It's easy to get lost in our own heads, questioning our choices and doubting our abilities. But it's in these moments of vulnerability that connection becomes even more crucial. When we feel connected, we feel seen, heard, and understood. This sense of belonging fuels our courage and resilience. It reminds us why we started in the first place. We draw strength from knowing that others have walked a similar path and come out stronger on the other side. Connection is not just about feeling good, it's about unlocking our full potential. When we share our goals with others, we invite them to hold us accountable. We open ourselves up to support, encouragement, and even constructive criticism that can help us grow. The emotional toll of pursuing goals in isolation can be heavy. When we set out on a journey to achieve something meaningful, especially when we do it alone, the weight of our ambitions can sometimes feel overwhelming. The silence of an empty room can amplify our doubts, and the absence of encouragement can make every small setback feel like a mountain. It's not just about the tasks at hand, but the constant battle with our own thoughts and feelings. The struggle is not always visible to others, but it's deeply felt within. It's easy to fall into a cycle of self-doubt, procrastination, and even despair. Each day can start with good intentions, but as the hours pass, the lack of external motivation can make it harder to stay focused. We might find ourselves staring at the same task for hours, unable to make progress, or feeling paralyzed by the fear of failure. The mind starts to play tricks, convincing us that maybe we're not good enough, or that our dreams are out of reach. This internal struggle can be exhausting, draining our energy and enthusiasm. We might start to question our abilities, wondering if we're cut out for this after all. The mirror becomes a place of confrontation, where we see not just our reflection, but our insecurities staring back at us. Doubt creeps in quietly, making us second-guess every decision and every step forward. We may compare ourselves to others, feeling like we're falling behind or missing out on something essential. The uncertainty can be paralyzing, making it difficult to take action or believe in our own potential. Without a support system to cheer us on and remind us of our strengths, our motivation can dwindle. The absence of applause or encouragement can make our victories feel hollow, and our failures feel even more isolating. We crave connection, someone to say, "You're doing great," or simply, "I believe in you." When those voices are missing, it's easy to lose sight of why we started in the first place. The journey can feel endless, and the path ahead uncertain. We might find ourselves making excuses, delaying tasks, or even giving up altogether. The frustration builds as we watch our goals slip further away, and the temptation to quit grows stronger. Sometimes it's easier to walk away than to face another day of struggle. We tell ourselves that maybe it wasn't meant to be, or that someone else could do it better. The unfinished projects and abandoned dreams become reminders of what could have been, fueling a cycle of regret and disappointment. The journey towards our dreams is rarely linear. It's filled with unexpected twists, steep climbs, and moments when the destination seems out of sight. Progress can be slow, and setbacks can feel like roadblocks. But every step, no matter how small, is a part of the process. The challenges we face along the way are not signs of weakness, but opportunities to grow stronger and more resilient. The path may be difficult, but it's also what shapes us into who we are meant to become. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments when we feel like giving up. We all experience days when nothing seems to go right, when our efforts feel wasted and our spirits are low. These moments can be discouraging, but they are also a natural part of any meaningful pursuit. It's important to remember that setbacks are not the end of the story. They are simply chapters in a much larger journey, teaching us valuable lessons about perseverance, patience, and hope. It's during these times that connection becomes our lifeline. reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. Reaching out to others, sharing our experiences, and accepting support can make all the difference. Even a simple conversation or a comforting gesture can reignite our motivation and help us see the light at the end of the tunnel. Together, we can find the strength to keep moving forward, no matter how tough the journey may seem. So, how do we combat isolation and build meaningful connections? In a world that often feels more connected than ever, it's surprisingly easy to feel alone. The constant buzz of notifications and the endless scroll of social media can sometimes make us feel even more distant from real, genuine relationships. But the good news is, building bridges to others doesn't require grand gestures or dramatic changes. It's about small, intentional actions, taken one step at a time, that slowly but surely bring us closer to others and to ourselves. Well, it all starts with taking small but deliberate steps. Think of it like laying the first brick in a foundation. Maybe it's reaching out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while, or simply making eye contact and smiling at a neighbor. These tiny moments of connection, though they may seem insignificant, are the building blocks of deeper relationships. First, find an accountability partner, someone who will celebrate your wins, no matter how small. This person can be your cheerleader, your sounding board, and your gentle reminder that you're not alone on your journey. When you achieve something, no matter how minor, having someone to share that joy with can make all the difference. And when you stumble, as we all do, they'll be there to offer encouragement, reminding you that setbacks are just part of the process. They'll listen without judgment, offer a shoulder to lean on, and help you see the progress you might be missing, and gently nudge you back on track when you stray. Sometimes, all it takes is a kind word or a gentle reminder to help us refocus and keep moving forward. Accountability partners aren't just there for the good times. They're there to help you navigate the tough moments too. This could be a friend you trust, someone who knows your story and supports your growth. Or it could be a family member, a mentor, or even a therapist. The important thing is to find someone who genuinely cares about your well-being and is willing to walk alongside you. And if you don't have someone like that in your life right now, don't worry. There are other ways to build your support network. Next, join a group. Look for local or online communities where people share your interests or goals. Whether it's a book club, a running group, a creative workshop, or an online forum, these spaces can be powerful sources of connection. You'll find people who understand your challenges, celebrate your successes, and inspire you to keep going. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals can give you a sense of camaraderie, inspiration, and belonging. When you're part of a group, you're reminded that you're not alone in your struggles or your dreams. You'll learn from others' experiences, gain new perspectives, and maybe even discover strengths you didn't know you had. And honestly, some valuable insights. Sometimes, the best advice comes from someone who's walked a similar path or faced the same obstacles. These shared moments of wisdom can help you grow, adapt, and thrive. And hey, use social media for good. Connect with others who are on a similar journey. Share your story, offer support, and don't be afraid to reach out to people you admire or who inspire you. Social media can be a powerful tool for building positive connections if you use it intentionally and mindfully, and learn from the experiences of others. Every person you meet has a story, a lesson, or a perspective that can enrich your own journey. By opening yourself up to connection, one brick at a time, you're not just building bridges to others, you're also building a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Meet Sarah, a single mother of 2 young children, whose days were filled with the laughter and chaos of family life. In the quiet moments, after the kids had gone to bed, she would find herself dreaming of a different future, one where she could turn her love for baking into something more. Sarah imagined a warm, inviting bakery filled with the scent of fresh bread and pastries, a place where her children could grow up watching their mother build something beautiful from scratch. But for years, that dream felt impossibly far away. She had the passion, the talent, and a heart full of recipes passed down through generations. But she also faced a mountain of self-doubt. Every time she considered taking the first step, worries crept in. What if she failed? What if people laughed at her ambition? The weight of responsibility as a single parent made her even more cautious. and the fear of risking her family's stability often kept her dreams locked away. For years, Sarah kept her dreams to herself, quietly journaling her ideas late at night or gazing out the window, wondering if she would ever have the courage to try. She watched others chase their passions, but the fear of judgment and failure always seemed to hold her back. She felt alone in her struggle, convinced that no one would understand the challenges she faced or the hopes she held close to her heart. Then, one evening, while searching for baking tips online, Sarah stumbled upon an online community of aspiring entrepreneurs. It was a vibrant space filled with people from all walks of life, each sharing their own stories of hope, setbacks, and small victories. For the first time, Sarah realized she wasn't alone. There were others out there who understood her fears and her dreams. With trembling hands, she decided to introduce herself. Hesitantly, she shared her story, her love for baking, her desire to start a business, and the fears that kept her from moving forward. She worried that her vulnerability would be met with silence or criticism, but she pressed send anyway, hoping for just a little understanding. The response was, honestly, overwhelming. Within hours, her post was flooded with messages of support. People from around the world reached out to share their own experiences, offer advice, and remind her that every great journey begins with a single, often uncertain step. She received words of encouragement that lifted her spirits, practical advice on how to start small, and even offers from strangers willing to help her with everything from business planning to taste testing her recipes. The kindness and generosity of this community gave Sarah something she hadn't felt in a long time: hope. Inspired by the outpouring of support, Sarah decided it was time to take a leap of faith. She started by baking her favorite treats at home, perfecting her recipes and packaging them with care. With her children cheering her on, she gathered the courage to sign up for a stall at the local farmers market, a small but significant first step toward her dream. At the market, Sarah's baked goods quickly caught the attention of customers. Her warm smile and delicious pastries drew people in, and soon she found herself selling out week after week. Each sale, each compliment built her confidence and fueled her determination to keep going. The online community that had once been her source of encouragement became her biggest cheerleaders. They shared her story on social media, left glowing reviews, and even visited her stall to show their support in person. Their belief in her helped Sarah believe in herself. Today, Sarah owns a thriving bakery in the heart of her community. Her shop is always filled with the aroma of fresh bread, the laughter of her children, and the warmth of friends and customers who supported her journey. Sarah's story is a testament to the power of connection, the courage to share your dreams, and the incredible things that can happen when you let others in. Her triumph is not just about baking. It's about believing in yourself and discovering that, sometimes, the support you need is just a click away. Sarah's story is a powerful reminder that we are not meant to do this alone, no matter how strong or independent we may feel. When we build connections, we not only increase our chances of success, but also enrich our lives in countless ways, both big and small. Remember, connection is not about having thousands of followers or attending every networking event out there. It's about finding your tribe, the people who genuinely support you, believe in your vision, and inspire you to become the very best version of yourself. The journey towards our dreams may be challenging, but it doesn't have to be lonely. Take that first step, reach out, and build your own circle of support. You might be surprised by the strength and encouragement you find along the way. What are your experiences with finding connection on your journey? Share your story in the comments below. And if you're looking for more tips on goal setting and building a supportive community, check out the resources available on our website.